But it's hard. And so this widowhood journey, and the reason we need each other like this, is because there are things from now, I'm going to guess, until forever, that we still need to bounce off other people who've lived this experience. Because the journey doesn't end when? When does it end? 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? At what point will I be done? I really would like to know. I think that it's never, right? It's never. We're never done. And that also is a gift and an opportunity, as unimaginable as that sounds. Because we have the opportunity to go forward into our lives and to include other widowed people ahead of us, behind us, however. Why? Because we get it. And you know what I mean. Because as soon as you meet somebody else who has lost a spouse, specifically, you're like, oh yeah, we know each other. You and I, we're on the same page. And it doesn't matter how or when or how long it's been. The challenges continue. How do I help my children? What if my child was 6 months old when my husband died, when my wife died, and my baby was a day old? Will they remember her? Will they have any concept of who she was? How do I do that? Because whose responsibility is it? How do I create that? You need people who have lived that to answer that question. And so what we have here is just the beginning of what we could do as a group. We have an opportunity to reach out to people and say, yeah, widows look like this, so that somebody else doesn't have to say, you don't look like a widowed person, or, oh, you're a single parent. When did you get divorced? Because that's the expectation, right? We don't, like I said, wander around the halls screaming, I'm widowed, I'm widowed. Hi, anybody else? So you have this opportunity to pay it forward in a way. And that's part of what we're doing here today. You'll meet people here today who have been widowed 8, 10, 12, 14 years. Why are they here? Please tell me we're done at 14 years. We're not done. And that's the beautiful, beautiful part. We're not done. Why? Because we have an opportunity to give someone else a gift. The gifts of widowhood are not just incoming, they're outgoing as well. Because other people need you. And I know that you know that because you're already reaching out to each other. And part of the reason we're here today is because you have reached out to each other. Because you have created your own groups. Because you came here in 2s and 3s and 5s and 6s. Why? Because you're looking. And the people who came here, God bless you for coming here by yourself. Because you knew that somewhere, somehow, somebody had to understand you. And this is the right place. So if you see somebody sitting alone, please reach out to them because they had the courage to come here by themselves. Because they're looking for you. They're looking for a place where people understand that we're not going to get over it. That you can come here in 14 years and still have something to say. And that doesn't mean that it's all negative. It doesn't mean that we're stuck in our grief. It hopefully means that you've moved in your grief. And that not only have you moved, but that you're willing to reach it out to other people and help them move. Because that's the best opportunity that we have. And I am so, so inspired by what you do. Each one of you. All of you have all kinds of interesting and great stories. And like last night at the reception, I'm all, oh, let me see your name tag. Oh, hi! Because I've seen you over and over again on the registration papers. And I'm so grateful that you came. Not for me. Although I'm glad, really seriously. But for all of you. Because we need each other. And we can take the unimaginable and create something positive. And so what I want you to do today, I'm challenging you to go out there into those classes today and to use your imagination on purpose. Use your imagination on purpose. Take the opportunity to get the information and imagine for a minute. Be free to do that. It doesn't mean you have to go there. It doesn't mean that you have to say, I'm going to be over there tomorrow. It means give yourself a minute to dream. How long has it been? Because dreaming is scary. Because dreams aren't guaranteed. But I'll tell you what, if I believed the unimaginable and impossible were the same thing, we would not be here today. And so you have that same opportunity to use your imagination on purpose. Think about what the possibilities are, not just for you. Dream big. Does it mean it's all going to happen? Maybe not, but maybe yes. And if it does happen, it's on purpose. And you have the power to make that happen. In all the pain, in the grief, in the moments where you think you cannot go forward, all of those things have fed this strength that you did not want. As I said, somewhere, people say to me, "Oh, you're probably the strongest person I know." How many of you? You're all the strongest people I know. I know you are. You are so strong. And I think to myself, what choice did I have? I have children. I had to get out of bed. But you know what? They're right. You didn't want to be strong, but you had to be strong. You didn't want to get out of bed, but there was a reason you needed to. And maybe even you didn't want to be in this room. Well, I know you didn't want to be in this room at one point. But maybe even on the way here, you were thinking to yourself, I don't know if I want to be in that room. I can tell you for sure that every person in the hotel staff was like, widowhood conference. And I was like, I swear it's a party. And you guys proved me right. Thank you very much. Awesome. But you know what they've discovered? Is that we're celebrating those people on that board. That is not us being stuck. That is the start of this journey. It's not a journey you wanted to take, but it's a journey you're on. And every person in the hotel, I have met so many fabulous hotel staff, and you know what they say about our group? Wow, you guys are great. How awesome is that? Wow, you guys are great. Because you are. And so when we go out into those rooms today, I want you to take 3 things with you. You're capable. Like it or not, you are capable. Unimaginable and impossible are not the same thing. And use your imagination on purpose. Give yourself the freedom to dream. Because that is the beginning of making something out of nothing. And there was a moment when I was like, I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. And actually, less than nothing, if that's possible. I remember sitting at the table when it was time to plan my husband's service, and just like, nothing. I got nothing. But you know what? The people around me did. And now I do. And you do too. So let's take it out there and use your imagination on purpose. Please cheer for your awesome, fabulous, super presenters. They are really great and have wonderful things to share with you today. I know there's going to be a temptation to ditch the classes and go out to the sunshine. Don't do it! I saw some people sneaking out yesterday. You can go to the pool later. Don't skip your classes. It is an absolute honor. Absolutely. Please believe me when I tell you, it is an honor for me that you are sitting in this room, and I am so grateful. So a cheer for you. I'm going to give you guys a few details, just so we can clear some things up. The classes are all going to be across that hallway, so across the breezeway, through the double doors. Every class, with the exception of the movement class, will be in those classrooms. We do have a 15-minute turnaround between classes, so if you'd like to speak to your presenters, if you can not keep them in the room, but bring them outside the room, that would be fabulous, so that the next presenter has an opportunity to get in and get it set up so they can tell you something wonderful as well. The expo, Resource Expo, is going to be in the hall right behind us where we were last night for the reception. There's great vendors, great services, and that's where your lunch is, so guess what? You got to come in. Make sure you have your lunch ticket, your red lunch ticket. If you do not have a red lunch ticket, please see one of the volunteers so we can make sure that you have one. You'll need your red lunch ticket for lunch today. Bring that on in. We're going to have a great lunch. The vendors are all going to be there. We're also having a book signing. We have 12 different authors here with us today. Awesome. And they will be there signing their books. You can purchase books in our bookstore, which is gorgeous. I hope you've already been in there. It's beautiful. So you can go in, check out the books. Author signing will be in the expo from 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock. We have a good long break for lunch, so come in, wander the expo, get your lunch. If you need to go outside, that would be the time to do it. And then we'll be back in for 2:45. The banquet tonight is going to be fabulous, so please come. I want to see all your fancy duds. And if you have any questions, the brown shirt people are actually angels. I know you probably think they're people, but no, they're angels. So if you need anything, ask somebody with a brown shirt and they will be happy to direct you. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you outside soon. I'm going to switch into a brown shirt so I can be an angel too.